I plan on reading some dating profiles later, so stick around until the end. Hi everyone, it's me, Darlene. You just saw me do my groceries. My list is getting smaller and smaller, and I love it. This is like a minimalist's way to eat. Butter, beef. I have ground beef, hamburger patties at home, but I'm not eating as much meat now because the butter is so satisfying and filling, and that's the whole thing. More of the fat, which nourishes your body and brain, according to me. Don't trust anything I say, according to others too. And I don't trust what they say either, but I'm willing to try anything. And so I don't need as much beef. This is so exciting and freeing to me. I know I had said before that dairy is the devil, and I always try to get away from dairy. It's because I'm using, I don't know, I almost like use dairy as a side dish, mostly like cheese or cottage cheese, even ricotta cheese, stuff like that, and I get addicted to that, and it can cause cravings, and so I want to do away with that. I seem to have no problem with the butter at all. It is just so satisfying, and if I start to feel like antsy, like I'm not really hungry, but I just feel like maybe nibbling on something because I'm bored, I nibble on a stick of butter. I don't have to go in and, start just eating some cottage cheese out of the container with a spoon. Don't use my fingers. I have used my fingers, okay? Now, I came here specifically to try tallow and ghee. I wanted to try ghee, clarified butter, but I looked online. I can't see myself at all here. I looked online, and this store has neither. No tallow, no ghee. Shit, I wanted to look for just like some really fatty beef, and there was a guy putting the beef up, so I didn't get to look everywhere, but that's okay. Let's start with ghee. Ghee is expensive, but it wasn't available in this store. It is, geez, I can't remember right now. It was something like $14 for a jar that looked about this big. I don't remember if it was like 11 ounces or 12 ounces, something like that. That's a lot of money. I can clarify my own butter. You just heat your butter just warm. You don't want it to boil. And then foamy stuff at the top, that's the milk. And you skim that off. And then there's like watery stuff at the bottom. So you're supposed to skim the foam off, and then you spoon out all the butter, and you leave that bottom layer in the pan, which is water, which looks like a yellowishy liquid. I wouldn't mind having the water, but I'm going to try for the hell of it to just skim the milk out of the butter, because I'm just curious to do that. I've never done that. Okay, tallow. An 11-ounce jar through Walmart, and I don't know if it was in store. 11-ounce jar is over $30. It was like 32 something. A 16-ounce jar, over $50 for beef tallow. It's just beef fat. What the fuck? What the fuck? So I said, I'm going to look at Kroger for the hell of it. At Kroger, the 11-ounce jar was over $100. I saw that with my own eyes. I won't be buying tallow. I'm editing, and I knew that $112 for one jar of tallow had to be wrong. And it is. It's for a case of 6 jars, 11 ounces. I'm still not paying $112 for 6 jars of fat. So I'm going to stick to my butter. What you saw me buy was 3 pounds of butter, and I wanted to go back to get 4 because I want to eat at least a stick a day for a while or more, and so I don't have quite enough for 2 weeks. I would only have enough for 12 days, but even less because I know I will be eating more than a stick on some days. And then I got some tender, thin sliced sirloin. And now I'm just even getting lazy to the point where I don't want to buy a roast and slice it. I just want thin slices. And I could just cut those into, like strips if I want, sort of like a stir fry. I like something quick and easy. And I'm just getting very, very spoiled. So now I'm willing to pay more per pound for the stuff that's already sliced because I will not have to buy as much meat. So this is going to save me a ton of money on meat. Hi, I'm here. And so I got 2 packages of that, and then I got 2 packages of cubed steak. I love cubed steak, and the butter is going to be filling those cracks in that. Sounds so good. And those 2, I slice them into like strips. I guess that's about it. That's all I'm going to be eating. I'm going to try to do this for 6 months. I know I said I've been doing this for about a month, but it's probably been a couple months because I started just increasing the fat. Like when I cook my hamburger patties, I now eat or drink all the fat in the pan. If it's still warm, I just put everything in my bowl and I drink that fat right out of my bowl. But then sometimes if there's leftovers, I put it in the fridge and that fat solidifies, and I love it. I didn't know I liked fat like that. I call it my fat candy. There's pieces of ground beef in it. Oh, it sounds so disgusting. But here's the thing. I'm quite satisfied with this so far. I'm very curious to see the results. I honestly think it is slightly helping my sleep. I don't feel as anxious when I go to bed and think all kinds of things. I am just trying very, very hard. And to me, it makes sense that maybe my brain needed more animal fat. I don't know. But, I'm going to be honest with you guys. If this doesn't work out or I don't like it, I'm not going to do it. I do find that a lot of butter starts to like get in my throat a little bit, and other people complain about that, and I think it is that little bit of milk. That's why I would probably like to have clarified butter. So I'm going to try clarifying some of my own and experimenting with that. What else? Oh, yesterday I wanted to go to the fitness room to walk on the treadmill, and I didn't have this, my card that is for the pool and for the fitness room. And I was so worried because I know you have to pay to replace that. But it bothered me that I didn't remember. And I said, it's because it was the first time I went in there. I think when I went in there, I threw my keys, my loose car keys. I don't know why I have to show you that. They're right here on my purse. Right, look. I threw that on a windowsill along with this. And when I left, apparently I only picked up my car keys. I find it hard to believe that I would have left that behind, but I'm not used to that, and it could have been in a way that it just looked white, and the windowsill was white. I'm gonna use that as my excuse for being dumb. But I was so happy. I went by the office today, and she says, we have it. I was like, yay. So I don't know if I'll go to use that today or not. Yesterday I ended up just walking because I couldn't go on the treadmill. And I changed my schedule. And one of the things I have to do every day is something for me. And then I have a little list. It can be whatever exercise I want to do, and then other things like I could make some paper beads, or, anything crafty, or, like when I go to a library class, that's something for me. If I go visit Derek and Skylar and stay for a little while, that was something for me. But now I want to separate. I want to take any form of exercise off that, and I have a new line for exercise, 7 days a week, and if I really have zero desire to do anything, I'm going to dance for 5 minutes. Just 5 minutes. I can do that. No matter how miserable I am, I can accomplish that. So it doesn't have to be a lot. But my other things are now the treadmill or just the fitness room and regular walking. And then, of course, in the summer, I'll be swimming. And then, yes, the dancing. And if I dance Derek's playlist of the disco, it's 15 and a half minutes. And it's like, aerobics for me. I'm moving my arms, everything. 15 minutes is a very good workout. I want to encourage you guys to do that. I'll link to the playlist of his disco stuff. And give it a try. And if you can't do all, I think it's 5 songs. Yes, I think it is. Just do one. Do half of one. Just do something. Let's all work out together. I guess I'm going to go. I have some stuff I need to do at home. I have not been working on my new computer because I got pissed off because I couldn't find a way to turn off the pin, and I didn't want to take 2 seconds out of my life every day to have to type in a PIN number. It just bothered me because it should be easy to do. I eventually ended up being able to do it, so it took a while. But now, my thing that's stopping me now is that I don't have a setup for 2 computers, so I have to do that so I can start using the new one and all that jazz. Okay, my other one, I think I've cleaned it up enough that it's running pretty good right now. Pretty good. It's okay. Let's put it that way. It's not driving me crazy like it was, but I'm still very glad that I have two computers. Two and two. Chuck Woolery, remember that? Love Connection. Let me go. I'm going to upload and edit this part, and then I will come back and read some dating profiles for you. It is many hours later, and I have almost everything done on my schedule, so I thought, it's time. Let's sit down. The reason that I decided to do this is because somebody, let me see. Yeah, I knew I got a message, but then I couldn't find it. Somebody messaged me today and in part said, she was watching reading my dating profiles. It is so darn funny. I cannot hardly sit in my seat. You have made my day. And that just made me remember that I can do that again. Now, I will say I haven't been to the site since the last video. And I watched a little bit of the last video, the end, and someplace in there said that there was somebody from Hernando, and I was going to contact that person, and I did. Whatever I said in that video, I followed through. But then I just didn't check after that because it's very discouraging that most of the people, a lot of them are fakes, and then the ones who aren't, they're not interested. So do you blame them? And I think I'm interesting. Somebody will be interested in me one day. All right, I am going to just first look in the inbox, and then what I will do is I will just search and read some profiles because I liked that part. Let me make sure that, I had sent a message to that 27 days ago. That's quite a while. I have 2 that I sent messages to who replied. All right, so this is a Hernando guy. And I was just very casual. Hi, my name is Darlene. I moved from Maine to Hernando a year ago to be near my son and granddaughter. Just thought I'd say hi. That's all I said. And he writes, hi, I have lived in Hernando since I was 14, but it has increased in population greatly. It's a lot of traffic now. So that was it. That was it from Hernando Man. I never know how to get back to where I want to be. Okay, here. Just hello, a guy, hello, that he contacted me. Okay, what do I click? Okay, I guess I go there. I don't know. Another one just reaching out to me. Hello, I am Tony. Nice meeting you here. This picture is kind of funny. Too bad I can't show you. I mean, I could, but I just don't want to do that. This guy, William. I said this basically the same to him, that I just wanted to say hi. He says, hi, I have an uncle that lives in Hernando. Have a nice weekend. Okay, hook me up with your uncle. This guy contacted me first. His tagline is, life is good. We already don't match. Hi, your profile hits home with me, and I like that you seem relaxed and very open. If he only knew. Life is to enjoy, laugh, communicate, and have a connection with someone special who has a zest for life and all things in it. I like to be active, and I tend to find the humor in life. It's my feeling that people need adventure, laughter, and passion. Let's talk and see where life takes us. Okay, all that romantic poetry kind of shit, that screams fake to me. I could be wrong, but it screams fake to me. It would help so much if I could meet people in person. It really would. His tagline, why do love hurt? 57, Memphis. Good morning, you have a charming smile, beautiful. How are you doing today? How are you doing today? Dead giveaway. Dead a giveaway. Along with why do love hurt? Picture, just hello. Another one, no picture. A completely blank message. Gee, I'm intrigued. And we have one more in my inbox. Ugh. I said that because I can tell by the words. The picture is decent, 53. That I don't want to be a cougar. Wow, you are looking beautiful and charming. Now I believe angels truly dwell on earth. You are indeed an angel. What? Why isn't anyone teaching these scammers that nobody wants them to talk like that? It's just so over the top fake. It's crazy. Okay, let me do a search. I'm moving you over because I forget to do that. Let me go turn off that light. Are we nice and cozy now? We are. All right. I searched Hernando 50 miles out. And I didn't fill any of the stuff in, I did do the age. 60 to 70 is what I put in there this time. And I know there's a glare. People used to say they could see the screen through my glasses. I don't really think you can. And even if you can, big deal. What are your hobbies? That's his tagline. Not bad. But when there's good pictures, that makes me think they're fake. I enjoy cooking, swimming, and reading, and walking. Okay, again, about him. Cooking, swimming, reading, walking, fishing, outdoors, mountain, biking, camping. Okay, he's losing me there. Fishing, again. Did he say that? Yeah, he's really into fishing. Horseback riding, outdoor photography, and spending time with his son. Doesn't smoke, doesn't drink. Big pluses for that. Next, but a nice looking man. This guy's looking for a good and honest woman. He's wearing a full-on suit. He's a manager. He's divorced. Looking for a good and honest woman. I am the father to 5 adult children and grandpa to 11 grandkids. Wow. I have a good life. First of all, where is he? He's 6'1". Senatobia. That's not far. 20 minutes. Good life, wonderful friends and family. He misses being in love and sharing everything with that special lady, and now he's ready to move forward with that part. I am honest and loyal and expect the same. Oh, that's a good thing to want. I love to laugh, and I try to find the positive in any situation. I would like to find someone that is happy and confident in themselves and where they are in life. I believe in treating others the way I want to be treated, looking for a true woman. He doesn't say anything funny. He just seems like a nice man, and I tend to believe him. Doesn't smoke, drinks socially. He's a Catholic. At least I know something about Catholics. I know a whole lot. I was raised a Catholic. I don't consider myself Catholic anymore. I don't know. They all look normal and kind of nice. Ooh, this guy's really nice looking. Memphis, 5'11". How come I don't get to know their... Oh, 60. Okay. Swimming, traveling, cooking, dancing, watching TV, reading poetry. And also love walking on the beach. Yeah, too many beach walkers. I want to go on the ocean. I don't want to have anything to do with the beach. Let's just hit the ocean. Is anyone really looking? Good enough picture. 66, Red Banks, Mississippi. No idea where that is. Did I have to look that one up before? I don't remember. I used to travel a lot for work, and now that I'm settled down, I'm ready for a no-drama relationship. And hopefully somebody that enjoys life. Yeah, he doesn't want kids. He's smart. He doesn't smoke. He drinks socially. Long-haired man. His tagline, semi-retired daredevil looking for adventure. 62, Memphis. This guy looks like a biker, for sure. I kind of like that look. Oh, professional motorcycle stunt man. I didn't know that when I said a biker, but I could tell with the long hair. I'm a motorcycle nut. Love rock hunting. Rock hunting. Is that a thing? Football and motorcycle racing. Likes the beach, the mountains. I love the beach. I mean, I was kidding about walking on the beach. I love the beach, the ocean, all that. I love the mountains too. He would like Maine if he likes those things. Loves hanging out at the pool. I'm not really sure what else to say. He's honest. He's not a paid member. So you have to, HAFTA, you have to message me. My pics are all less than 2 years old. Not pretty, but it's what I've got to work with. Other than sarcasm, I like to think I'm pretty laid back. And oh yeah, I'm a Boy Scout. I like his looks. Can you love me? Looking for my soulmate. His whole profile is one word, fun. He's not too talkative. He doesn't drink. He smokes occasionally. Who smokes occasionally? Maybe he means the other kind of smoking. I wouldn't hate trying that again. It's been a while. I smoked in those days. We called it pot. I like weed better. From ages 12 to 15, just anytime I could get my hands on it. And we used to have a little gang that would go behind the junior high, which is 7th and 8th grade. Most people call it middle school. We'd get stoned every morning. And yeah, so I know what it's like. But then it used to make me have such bad panic attacks that I had to stop doing it. But I've been able to smoke it a couple times as an adult, maybe 10 times, and the last time was a long time ago, and it's funny as shit. Oh my God, I absolutely love it when it goes good. But if I have the panic attacks, I don't like that. This guy has a lot to write. He's in Olive Branch. That's not far. Derek lived in Olive Branch before here. He's 6 feet tall, and his tagline is, okay, I'm glad he put the word pasta in there. My Italian sausage pasta is to die for. I got a dirty mind. If the pasta wasn't in there, I had a whole different picture. He's divorced. He has some college. Smokes, oh my God, wait till you hear this one. Smokes occasionally, drinks often, so there is another option. So that's too bad. And he's willing to admit it, drinks often. Okay, at least he's honest. He wins big points for that. I have so much to offer, and I bet you do too. I know that there's an incredibly bright woman who would love to do fun stuff and experience the best of Memphis. I'd love to find a companion and travel partner, and I'm open to a relationship, but have no expectations. He wants somebody to just go bar hopping with. That's all his experiencing the best of Memphis. I love college football and basketball. Go Tigers! And Grizzlies and have great season tickets to the Grizzlies. Absolutely love music, and my current fave is country. I love great food and good wine. I bet he likes that wine. And love to hang out in Midtown or downtown. I love to travel with that special someone. I am self-sufficient and not the kind of guy that needs a woman, but am the kind of guy that wants that special someone. He needs a drinking buddy. That's all he's trying to say. I have a passion for cooking and miss sharing a meal. Family is extremely important to me, and I don't do drama at all. I am highly ambitious and have a job that is my passion. I'm a senior VP, but I get to work from my home. I love the commute and the dress code. I'm looking for an intelligent and confident lady that enjoys a wide variety of interests, or just hanging out by my pool with the beer in your float. I added that. Okay, sorry, Mr. Drinks Often. He's 63. Okay, he looks very good for 63. This is getting long, and I'm not finding too many funny ones. This guy is good looking, and he has a long about me kind of thing. So it makes me think he's real. 64 years old, Bartlett, Tennessee, 6 feet. It says he updated this on 10/22. As of this writing, I am recently out of a 5-year relationship and really am not looking to jump right back in. I like that. I'm not pining over her, nor her me. We are both happier now, and we are done with each other. This guy is just talking about his ex. She was the one who got away 45 years ago, and I'm just glad that we gave it another try. Not looking for a hookup. A friend to enjoy dinner and a movie would be nice. I think he still likes her a little bit. She's on his mind. I'm on a quest to visit all 49 continental United States by car. I could do something like that. Ooh, what good videos that would make. Have recently done 40. I'm retired and on disability, so I have the time and the dollars needed to be a traveling bum. I imagine that sometimes in the future I will be ready to enter another relationship, and if something beyond just friendships were to beyond friendship were to develop, it would be great if you have the freedom to join me in my travels. I live in Arlington, which is a small Memphis area suburb. I've never heard of it. I am renting a room from my older sister who owns the house. To make it clear, all caps, I do not own a house of my own currently. Period. I know I will need to make other arrangements at some point, but this is cheap and it allows me to save money so I can complete my travels. Yeah, he doesn't need a home if he wants to be a traveling bum. On many nights, oh my God, there's way more. On many nights when the weather is pleasant, I'll car camp around town in my car. I don't know. I don't hate him. I don't hate him. He's doing his thing, you know? I am not just looking for someone to shack up with. You're going to have a hard time if you're car camping. I assure you, you is just the letter U. I get along fine in a small rented room and a nice room on 4 wheels car. I had to think about that. I envisioned a room on 4 wheels. Or a tiny house. A tiny house would be good for him. I feel guilty about omitting this info earlier. Oh, that's why he updated in October. Wasn't trying, it's December. Wasn't trying to deceive. I met a nice lady and we got along super well, but she didn't quite understand that I did not have a house of my own. So that's why he updated. He wants to be very clear. He's shacking up in a room at his sister's place. Or the car camping. To those 2 to 3 ladies still reading, I'm one of them. I make great company as I am, okay, do I need to look this word up to see how to pronounce it? Loquacious? Is that a word? I've never seen this word in my life. Loquacious. Hang on, I'm gonna look this up. It means someone who talks easily, fluently, and a lot. Did he say he was loquacious? Or let's see how it's pronounced now. I have to get past the ad.
We are looking at how to pronounce this word, as well as how to say more interesting and related words in English, so make sure to stay tuned and consider subscribing. How do you go about pronouncing it? Loquacious.
Right.
You do want to stress on the second syllable, on the qua syllable. Loquacious. Loquacious. Pretty straightforward. Once you know. Loquacious. And now you know.
Oh my God. That was the weirdest pronunciation video I've watched. Okay. I am loquacious and tell a mean story. I also listen when required. Only when required. That's so... He's not going to listen to half of what I would say. My income is adequate, but rather small. Give me credit here. I am an honest man. On the plus side, I have no debt or bills, so I am doing well. I deliver DoorDash 5 to 6 mornings a week for stretches, but will take time off to go take long road trips or camping trips. I don't smoke, but I do vape, which has the advantage of not being stinky. Yes, all caps for not being stinky. There's other parts of you that can stink. Hit me up and say hi. If not, happy fishing, ladies. I might have to send him a message, just for the hell of it. But all those things, that was all interesting to me. I don't care if somebody doesn't have money, a lot of money, enough to get by. He has no debt. I just think he's doing his own thing. But I'm going to message him just to say hi, and that's it. And we'll end there. So there wasn't any really funny ones, but we can't hit that every time. So I might wait another 27 days and do this again. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.